Some books you read, and others you experience. They don't just sit on your shelf. They rewire your thinking, reshape your ambitions, and fundamentally alter the course of your life. I want to share the books that did that for me. This isn't just a random list. These are the guides that have been pivotal in my journey through personal finance and self-development, steering me towards a new way of thinking. Let's dive in. First up is a book that shatters your perception of limits. Can't Hurt Me Times by David Goggins. This book is a raw, unfiltered look into the untapped depths of human potential. Goggins argues that most of us sell ourselves short, stopping long before we reach our true capacity, both physically and mentally. While it's framed through an intense, athletic lens, the core message is a powerful metaphor for every aspect of life. It's about pushing past the comfortable pain to discover what you're truly made of. Be warned, it's laced with profanity that's just Goggins, but the message is undeniably powerful. Next is Times, The Subtle Art of Not Giving a F. Don't let the title fool you. This isn't about apathy. It's about strategic indifference. The book's core idea is that you have a finite amount of emotional energy, so you must choose wisely what truly deserves your attention. So many of us get caught up in things that are completely irrelevant to our lives, draining our focus and happiness. This book is a wake-up call to define your core values and care deeply about them, letting the rest fall away. It teaches you that true freedom comes not from caring about nothing, but from caring about the right things. Now, let's talk about the two books that are arguably the most impactful on this list for me. The Millionaire Fastlane Times and its successor, Unscripted by M.J. DeMarco. These aren't your typical finance books filled with mindset fluff. DeMarco lays out a brutally honest framework of 3 financial paths: the sidewalk no plan, the slow lane, the traditional go to school, get a job, save for 40 years script, and the fast lane. The fast lane is for entrepreneurs who build scalable business systems. He pokes holes in the conventional wisdom, arguing that the slow lane path often leads you to die rich after living poor. These books provide a practical, no-nonsense blueprint for building actual wealth. Of course, we have to mention a classic, Think and Grow Rich Times by Napoleon Hill. While it's a bit dated and can be a dense read, its central message remains timeless. The starting point of all achievement is a burning desire. It's less a how-to guide for making money and more a deep dive into the psychology of ambition. It boils down to this: you have to want your goals with an intensity that fuels you to find a way, no matter the obstacle. It's a foundational text on the power of mindset. For those looking to conquer their mornings, The 5 a.m. Club Times is a game changer. It's not just about the arbitrary act of waking up at 5 a.m., it's about what you do with that sacred, quiet time. The book introduces a powerful framework for the first hour of your day, focusing on heart-set physical activity, mindset learning and reflection, and soul-set planning and meditation. It solidifies the drive to start your day with intention, setting a powerful tone for everything that follows. Then there's Times, The 4-Hour Workweek Times by Tim Ferriss, which introduced a revolutionary concept: designing a life of freedom, not just accumulating wealth. It's about prioritizing time over money, asking yourself if making $100,000 while working 60 hours a week is truly better than making $50,000 in just 10. While some of the specific tools mentioned are dated, the underlying principles of automation, outsourcing, and lifestyle design are more relevant than ever. It shifts the goal from a deferred life of retirement to living fully right now. Another timeless classic is Times How to Win Friends and Influence People*. This isn't a manual for manipulation. It's a guide to building genuine human connection. The secret it reveals is simple yet profound. People are inherently focused on themselves. By shifting your focus to their interests, their desires, and their lives, by making them feel seen and important, you build the foundation of all true influence and strong relationships. Remembering someone's name, being genuinely interested in them. These small acts are the keys to connecting with others. If there's one book that ties all the others together, it's Times, The Slight Edge Times by Jeff Olson. This book reveals the missing ingredient to all success: consistency. The slight edge is the power of small, seemingly insignificant disciplines compounded over time. It teaches you that success isn't built in giant leaps, but in the small, daily choices that are easy to do, but just as easy times not times to do. It's this compounding effect, day after day, that creates exponential results in the long run. This book helps you understand that just showing up consistently is the most important part of the journey. No list on financial literacy would be complete without Time's Rich Dad, Poor Dad asterisk. While the core message is repeated often, its foundational lesson is non-negotiable for anyone wanting to build wealth. It's a book about a crucial mindset shift, understanding the difference between assets that put money in your pocket and liabilities that take it out. It hammers home the idea that the rich don't work for money, they make money work for them. It's the perfect starting point for financial education. Building on the idea of small, consistent actions is Time's Atomic Habits asterisk. This book provides the practical how-to for implementing the philosophy of Time's The Slight Edge asterisk. It's about breaking down your biggest goals into the smallest possible actions, atomic habits, and creating systems in your life that make good habits inevitable and bad habits impossible. It's an incredibly practical guide to building a life by design, not by default. A more philosophical read is Times 12, Rules for Life Times by Jordan Peterson. This is a dense and challenging book. Peterson uses complex language and weaves intricate arguments, but when his points land, they land with profound impact. It's a deep exploration of taking responsibility for your own life, finding meaning in chaos, and structuring your world with intention. It's a book that demands your full attention, but rewards it handsomely. Before we wrap up, I want to share a thought on reading itself. The goal isn't to rack up a high book count, it's to truly absorb the wisdom within the pages. It's better to reread one transformative book 10 times than to skim 100 mediocre ones. True change comes from deep understanding. And if I had to pick just one book from this entire list to hand to someone who is serious about radically changing their financial destiny, it would be Time's Unscripted Times by M.J. DeMarco. It's the red pill of financial education. It dismantles the societal script we've all been fed and gives you the blueprint for building a life of freedom and purpose. It's more than a book, it's a manifesto for taking control.